And we are on date number 5 of the Frederick Bachelor competition. We're at the Owl Nest, and this gentleman is Ron. Good evening, Ron.
Good evening.
And you have in front of you here, well, these are bones of some type, is that correct?
Bones. Well, they're from chickens who donated their bones.
Well, bless the chickens.
Yes.
Maybe from Purdue on the Eastern Shore.
Or Kentucky Fried, maybe.
Or Kentucky Fried, my home state. And what goes on with these bones, Ron?
It's a form of divination used, it's pretty much native to American folk magic called hoodoo.
Uh-huh.
Now, it's not the same as voodoo, which sounds the same, but it's not. It's just a method. They're tossed out, the person chooses them, they're thrown out there, and the pattern they land in and the symbols on them has a significance, and then you translate that into its meaning, just as you would do with the I Ching or runes or cards or any other method, really.
And so he would pick an individual bone and like 3 or 4 bones like you just did and throw them out on the table, not just a random tossing of all of them. Is that correct?
Yeah, there's too many here to do all that.
Okay.
Yeah, just 3 of them or so, and then you could sit down and talk about, love and business and work and the usual sort of things that people are interested in.
All the important things.
Yes.
How long have you been doing this?
The bones themselves is just a short time. Another fellow and I, Larry, who you might talk to later here, and I just put together a manuscript on this subject. So we're one of the few guys in the East Coast that really have it down pat.
And get some graveyard dirt. That would be disrespectful.
Well, in theory, it could be, but you pay for it. In theory, you leave silver coins and you pour a little whiskey over the grave.
Okay.
Apparently all the debtors are boozers, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, good idea.
I don't use whiskey because people think I'm drunk. I do use coin and not silver anymore, but then this isn't graveyard dirt either, so it kind of works out. What we do is would you choose one of those,
What's
please?
this one on the table?
This will be a sort of a pointer.
Okay.
Normally I would use that with the dirt to draw what is called a crossroads, because much of the magic was done at a crossroads outside the village. And artistically this represents a crossroads.
I understand.
But yeah, go ahead and just choose one of those, whatever one pops into your finger. Okay, and then we just toss that down kind of random. Another one?
You toss that down?
Yeah.
Okay. Not a sleight of hand. You didn't change bones on me.
Not that clever. No, I do twist it end for end so that I don't know which end is which by the time I'm done running my mouth.
I see.
And I roll it so that I don't know if it's face up or face down, because it does make a difference. But there. No, that doesn't count because he's on there.
It doesn't count? I thought that was pretty dramatic.
Yeah, but you can't play with that one, I'm sorry.
And so another.
Yeah, 3 is a pretty good thing. Yeah. So, and each of the symbols on these has a significance. You notice it's only got a symbol at one end, so it does point.
I see.
And as this is divided off actually into quadrants, each of those has a different significance in itself.
Do these symbols have a different significance?
Yes, they sure do. Different people.
This is like a Nike swoosh on this one.
Yes, it's sneakers. No, it's
and so what, do I give you a subject I'd like to know something about?
Well, first off, we see what they're telling us anyway. It's talking about the possibility of some romance coming your way.
Okay. That's very viable
probably
theory.
so. It's somebody that you have perhaps known a bit, and the first impression you got from it was is that, that didn't seem to be so great. Maybe you argued with them or disagreed with them or something. But
happens to the best of us.
And then a couple of times, the next meeting you thought, they're not so bad.
Okay.
So you're changing your mind, and it's coming around to that sort of an occasion. There is a disagreement with someone, a younger person. I don't know if it's male or female because it's kind of indeterminate.
Younger than me or younger than the woman we're talking about?
Younger than you.
Okay.
That's a whole separate issue now.
Okay.
Yeah. This is an argument of some sort, but it's a diminished argument. It's going away. You're finishing up the argument and you're done with it.
Oh, that's very interesting.
Thing there. So whoever this younger person is now. Uh-oh.
Go ahead. Go no.
There could be another person involved in that, by the way. Another male, and I don't know what the significance there is. When they're two are together like this, there's a chance that they're allied in some way. So they may know each other, they may have business dealings with one another, but apparently you're not arguing with that one. It's this younger one that you're having the problem with.
Okay.
This one seems to have some future with involving some money coming. Well, I don't know. I guess it's not coming your way. I guess you're spending some of it, sadly enough. So you're going to be spending some money with this person. I mean, who knows what they are? They could be the plumber, the lawyers, the whoever they are. But there's somebody that's going to be spending some money on this through that person.
Happens every day.
Well, I hope. Nothing terribly negative in there. No broken legs or no, eyeballs hanging out of the sockets.
What would you have to see to feel something negative? Something that
depending on where they landed in here and the way they landed against each other. Sometimes the clash between the people becomes violent. Not often, but it can.
Would you be reluctant to tell someone if you thought you saw something extremely violent or maybe even terrifying?
Well, there are polite ways of saying impolite things. So no, I would tell them, but I might warn them to be ready for an occasion that might upset them, or something like that. To where, if, for example, if I saw that they were having a problem making a bad decision, I would tell them that they should weigh their choices carefully coming up soon, because scaring them doesn't do any good. That doesn't help at all.
Okay.
But if you can prepare them or tell them that the possibility is out there, I look like it's a weather report. I can tell them what it looks like it may rain tonight. 70 to 100% chance. I could be wrong, but that's what it looks like. You have a choice now. Take the umbrella or not. So I kind of tell you what I see and what happens, but how you react to it and what you do with it is your own kind of free will, of course. So nothing here is terrible nasty. Nothing at all. I see nothing about travel. I see nothing about work, other than the fact that there's one that you're arguing that may be work-related.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, other than that, it doesn't say much about
But
it.
it's easing out, you say?
Yes,
It's
going away.
going away.
Yeah, yeah. And in fact, they're headed for the road here in the crossroads, so they may be going away permanently. We never know. They may be hitting the road, as you might say. So.
Thank you very much.
You're entirely welcome.
Yeah, you're very eloquent and well-spoken.
I've been doing it for 50 years. I'm full of it,
And you're available for Halloween parties, bachelor parties, things like this.
Oh, yes. That's what I do.
This is Ron Martin, checking out the chicken bones for Tom.